Performance over results, guys. Performance over results for Manchester United. And listen, we dominate possession 68-32, create two big chances against none. Honestly, we lost, but there was a lot of positivity around the team. Subscribe to the United Sport, like and share. Here is my match reaction and player ratings for our loss against Nottingham Forest. Now, it's not what I expected. My prediction was a win, honestly, but I liked the performance of the team. I told you between now and the end of the season, for me, there is no pressure of finishing in any position on the pile. There is no pressure of winning any title. It's improving our performances as a team. And I'll tell you, if you look at how United, from the moment we conceded the goal, that funny goal, which I thought Garnacho could have taken one for the team, fouled Elanga tactically, and slowed him down. Another smart player would have fouled him to slow him down in that during that counter. But even not that around, for Garnacho, there are things I'll talk about him for a bit. But let me first start off with the positives. United was getting the ball into the final third. They were passing, putting together passes with a little bit of confidence. It's just that whenever we got into the final third, our players either made the wrong decision or were a bit jittery. They failed to really execute meticulously. Dogu was guilty several times. I think he dropped every ball, probably nearly every ball he got in the final third. He was either heading it wrong or giving a speculative cross or taking a cross before, yet he could have taken an extra touch. Garnacho, the same thing, again going back to his indecision at times. And guys, again, I don't want to say Garnacho is average because this starts something different. But if you as a player consistently keep making the same mistakes, even if you've got a lot of potential, people will get fed up of you. And I will tell you, Ruben Amorim, to me, doesn't look like he's a big fan of Alejandro Garnacho. Not at all. I see it, I feel it, but Garnacho's inconsistency, especially when it comes to making decisions, I think is a pain. And for Amorim, he will be frustrated by it, a lot frustrated by it. I thought Ugarte did not have his best of games. No wonder he was the first to be pulled off. Casemiro tried, I think, by his standards, by his current standards, I think he had a fair game. Bruno, another not a good day for Bruno in office. Not a very good day for Bruno in office. Lenny Yoro returning from injury. I thought he saved us, I think, twice. You thought that looked good on him. He did not look so confident at the start, but I think he grew into the game. And after those two saves, I thought he felt, I think I'm now in this. I can feel myself. Then Delete, I thought, played well. Delete was one of the better players for Man United. Then Mazraoui as well had his moments going forward. I wonder why, again, Ruben Amorim tweaks it and puts Lenior on the right instead of giving him his left position where he was playing before getting injured. And he said himself he's more comfortable there and keep Mazraoui on the right. Whether that will change a thing, we can't be sure. But I thought our defense wasn't that terrible, to be fair. I think except for, of course, the goal they conceded because it was nearly out of focus. It was a counter-attack, but it was 1 versus 3, 1v3, 1 against 3, and we failed to close Elanga in and deny him. I thought that wasn't good at all. We did not deal well with that counter-attack, but that's all that Nottingham Forest had to write home about. And they are defending. The rest of it was them being organized in defense, resilient like we expected. You give them their credit. I thought they were just effortless in their defense and, of course, trying to contain everything Man United threw at them. But for United, before, we are struggling to even put passes together. You feel if we keep playing like this, our strikers will have a chance. I thought Hoyland came in and was putting in a bit of the hard yards, a bit of hard work from him. You love to see it. So, for me, yes, a loss, but we know what to improve on. Be more clinical, be more effective in the final third, be more calm, and try to affect the game. That's the only difference between United and Nottingham Forest. For the stats, very beautiful for Manchester United. That's my honest take on the game. Let me know what you think. So in terms of player ratings, who was our best player? I think United's best player, Dalot swung in a few crosses, but again, they were to no effect. Man United's best player for me could have been Delete, maybe, or Yoro later as he grew into the game. So there was not an outstanding player for United. Mount comes on and tries to put in some bit of work, but still not so much. For Ruben Amorim, I think he will clearly feel there is a lot of work to do in the summer. I think this performance, whereas the result wasn't good, I think this performance has shown him the areas again, highlighted more of the areas he needs to work on. More creativity, more comfort going forward. Players need to calm down a bit. I think the only positive in this Man United team so far, the only consistent positive seemingly in the past games, I think has been the defense. Again, whereas they conceded one goal, I think for the most part of the game, the United defense was decent. So, yeah, I mean, most players returning. I think the next game could be better. There is a lot for us to expect. Now, in terms of negatives, Alejandro Garnacho, guys, what more should I say about Garnacho? Something needs to be done. Amorim cannot be impressed with Garnacho. He cannot be impressed with what he saw from this boy who has shown some good moments, good stats he has got, but he's not really showing the consistency. And to succeed, you've got to be consistent. So many people have the talent, but only a few. It's only those who have got the consistency, the consistency that stand out. And clearly, Garnacho is struggling in that area. I wonder what Amorim is planning with him, but I'll tell you, he continues performing like this. Don't be surprised if United choose to cash in on him in the summer. Out of 10, the general performance of the team, I would give it five. Okay, they didn't score. They lost. I'll give them 6. I didn't think they were exactly below average as a team. Individual players, I'm not going to that really. It was a loss really. Why would I rate individual players? Harry Maguire was probably the other good performer for the few minutes he was on the pitch. Anyhow, guys, I'm not so disappointed. I don't know about you. Drop down a comment and I'll catch you later, fam.